But the problem is that we can't just walk away from the financial system. You know, we're not going to put cash in our mattresses. We're not going to be able to retire that way. And at the same time, we know that the crisis has made people's financial situations a lot worse. Not only are a lot of people unemployed, everybody's stock portfolios lost money. There's been serious damage to pension funds. The government, federal government, is in a weaker position. It's going to be less likely to afford Medicare and Social Security in the long term. So it's important for people to make the right financial decisions, but yet the financial world is much more complex than a couple of decades ago. So I want to leave you with some, maybe not encouraging, but hopefully useful advice here. I mean, I think, first of all, on an individual level, I think you can be informed. The last couple of years have been a great opportunity for people to learn about the financial system, how it works, and how to take care of themselves. And I think that, you know, with the availability of information, that's something that every investor should do. I think you have to remember what the incentives of your financial institution are. For the most part, they are not your friends. I mean, they range from people who are well-meaning to people who are just, you know, out to steal your money. But you have to remember, you know, you have to remember this question: how are you going to screw me? Now, what does that mean? You know, you can't go through life thinking everyone's going to screw you all the time. I think the most important thing, if you only remember one thing from what I say, is that you have to ask questions. There are many people before the financial crisis who lost a lot of money because they were afraid to ask questions. You know, they bought interest rate swaps, they bought auction rate securities, they did all sorts of things. And the salesperson explained them to them, they sounded good, and people didn't quite understand them, but they didn't ask questions because they were afraid of sounding stupid. They thought, oh, everyone knows, you know, I don't want to reveal that I don't know what an auction rate security is, so I'm not going to ask. So the point is, you have to ask. If you don't understand something, you have to ask questions until you understand it. Don't be afraid to sound stupid. My co-author, Simon is a professor of economics at MIT, former chief economist of the IMF. He is a trustee of his daughter's school. You know, they have some kind of bond coupled with an interest rate swap, and they had to decide whether to renew it. So because they had Simon on the board, they handed it to him, term sheet to him, and said, Simon, should we do this? Simon brought it home. I was talking to him. I looked at the thing. I've read term sheets. You know, I was in business. I've read like the TARP term sheets. I could not understand this thing. You know, I just did not know what it was saying. And I said to Simon, look, you have to get the salesperson in the room. You have to ask him questions over and over till you understand what this means. And if he can't answer, you don't do it. So you have to go into all of your financial dealings with your eyes wide open, and you have to ask. You have to continue asking questions until someone can explain it to you, because the good product providers, the good financial institutions will give you the information you need and let you make your own decisions on that basis. So I hope this has not been too depressing, and I hope that you will be, you know, you will go back into the world cautious, but most importantly, you'll go back, you know, asking questions and demanding the right information, demanding transparency from the people that you work with.